Good afternoon, everybody. My name is James Pope. I'm Director of Inspire Educate and founder of the HeadsUp4HTS network. And I'm speaking to you this afternoon from the Delivery Partners Conference 2023 in London with UCL. And it's been a pleasure to be able to join you all over the course of the last 24 hours. But in conversation with Andy Hodgkinson, we sort of had a chat about actually how can we let you all know about the work that we're doing at HeadsUp4HTS in partnership with UCL. Obviously, specifically this video is, we want to talk to you, I want to talk to you about the stuff that we're doing in partnership with University College London. So we are a national delivery partner, and in being a national delivery partner, obviously we are hoping to work through you, specifically with those that you're working with on the MPQH programs. We've been commissioned by University College London to provide the early headship coaching offer. The DFE are funding support for head teachers in the first 5 years of their headship. They are supporting head teachers with that very intentionally, because we know that the recruitment retention of head teachers in their first 5 years can be very, very poor. We work nationally, we have a national network, we have regional networks in local authority areas, and increasingly we are also working with trusts. There are several thousand people in our network, and we have supported about 3,500 head teachers and leaders over the course of the last 4 years. And increasingly we are now also working with other jurisdictions in other countries around the world to help them to set up support networks for their education leaders and school leaders as well. We focus on three things at Heads Up for Head Teachers. So they are, we celebrate the work of schools and their leaders. We think there's a very negative narrative that tends to spin out around education, and we think there's a huge amount that needs to be celebrated. So we work with the people in our network to help them to see that celebration and to celebrate the great work and the impact that they're having on young people in their school communities. We support head teachers with their well-being. That's a core part of what we do. And we also then work with various partners across the English education system to campaign to change the culture that exists for head teachers in the English education system. And we're not looking to change the world, but what we would like to do, I guess, is to recognise that headship is a brilliant job, but it's also a very challenging job, as many of you will know because you've been there. So it's a great job, but it's a very challenging job. And actually, once we accept those two things, then it takes us into a space where we can be intentional about how we support leaders with their well-being, and we can also create sustainable networks of support for those school leaders. And that's our passion, that's our USP, intentionality in support, but also sustainability. It's about the tools that we give them, the strategies that we give them, and the network we create with them, that they can continue to support each other well beyond the point at which we finished working with them. We focus absolutely on purpose, on their purpose, on why they're a leader, why they do the work that they do, because the research shows that people who have a high sense of purpose will have a high sense of well-being. And one of the things that we find from our network and the leaders in our network is they've become a bit disconnected from their purpose. They've lost sight of the reason why they became a head teacher in the first place, and we help them to reconnect with that. And in doing that, we then give them a whole load of strategies that help them to create positive feedback loops so that they can be a bit more celebratory about the great work that they're doing in the system. So that's what we do. I say we do that nationally, we do that regionally, and we do it with trusts. That may be of interest to you, and if that is, get in touch with us. We're always looking, we're working with about 30 local authorities across the country at the moment, but we're always looking for new regions to work with and to set up networks locally. If you'd like to partner with us on that, we'd love to partner with you on that and set that up. As I said earlier on, there's about 3,500 head teachers that we have worked with over the course of the last 3.5, 4 years. Of the 3,500 head teachers that we've worked with, 100% of them would recommend what we would do to another head teacher or leader in the English education system. Many of them that are a bit longer into their career, are perhaps in year 10, 11, 12, 13 of their headship, will turn around to us and say that they wish they'd had something like we are offering much earlier in their headship to look after their wellbeing. So that's what we do. What we'd like you to do from this video is get in touch with us so that we can talk to you about what that early headship coaching offer looks like, and how you can present that early headship coaching offer to your MPQH candidates, as well as you may want to talk to us about setting up a network within your region. You can get in touch with me via our website, which is www.HeadsUp4HTS.co.uk. But hopefully this short video gives you enough information to be going on with. You can make contact with us, and I'm happy to have a conversation with you in a bit more depth. Thanks for listening. Hopefully this video will help us to create a connection as we move forward and work together into the future.